the histology, instead of just doing a Google search, we are going to go to this website called histologyguide.com, and I'm going to give you the hot links to each slide I actually want you to look at. However, you can always go to the homepage and go to the slide box to see them individually yourself. I've actually noticed that a lot of these are the slides that I use in my pictures that I show you. Now, when you get in, you could select a region and try to zoom in like that, or you could use a zoom tool, like so. Then, you could also, if you need to find something, click serous cells or mucosal cells. So, this is the submandibular gland, and I like it because it shows both sets of histology cells for the salivary glands. Here, we have a mucus acini that has the mucus cells, so you would do a screen capture, capture that, and that would be the mucus cells. Then over here, I have the serous cells, and the way you tell them apart is the mucus cells look hollow inside, where the serous cells are making all this protein, so they stay in a nice pink color. Have you noticed all your slides are pink? So basically what I want you to do is make a screen capture and label the mucus cells and label the serous cells. Now, you can look at the other salivary glands. I actually want you to see, oh, this one's mostly mucus, this one's mostly serous cells. The product is mostly serous. But you're going to look at 20 slides anyways, or something outrageous like that. 7. So, just only label this one, please. So I'm going to show you most of the slides on here instead of going back and forth between the lab book and the website. So this is the esophagus. What I care about on the esophagus is we have the mucosa right there. So I'm going to be showing you from my paint program what the different views of the organs are, just to save time because I don't want to talk for 20 minutes to you guys and you don't want to hear me talk. So the esophagus, this is our prototype of the gastrointestinal tract. We have our mucosa layer there. Then here we have our submucosa. So you're going to label this mucosa, this submucosa. We have 2 layers of the muscularis. This is the circular muscularis, right there. That's the longitudinal muscularis. And this has the adventitum. In my first draft of this lab, I was going to make you label that on every single slide. To hammer in my point, I relented and went less and less layers as I went down the slides now. So make sure you know mucosa. This is our submucosa down here. That's more the submucosa there. This is our circular muscularis longitudinal. And this out here is our adventitum. So for the stomach, the same idea. I want you to label the mucosa, and I want you to label these gastric pits. We're going to then label the submucosa. We are going to label the 3 layers of the muscularis, the oblique, the circular, and then the longitudinal would be out here. I could not get them all on this picture. And that's the last time I'm going to make you actually label all the layers. This one is different from the other slides that it has an oblique layer, while the rest are just going to have the mucosal, submucosal, circular muscularis, and longitudinal muscularis. This has been a recording. This is the duodenum, and it doesn't have villi. A villi would actually be like that. The website you go to is going to claim it has villi. Instead, we have these muscular folds. Then here, we have lots of these duodenal glands. You can learn another name, Brunner's glands. And then we have our submucosa right there. Then guess what's next? That's right, we have our circular muscularis. Then what? Our longitudinal muscularis, and then can't really see the serosa, which would be right there on the outside. On this one, I think I only wanted you to do the mucosa, the Brunner's glands, and the submucosa. So there's a humongous submucosa, by the way. And the circular muscle layer. So I'm going to go nice and less layers as we move on. So this is the jejunum slide. And what we see on the jejunum is these nice long villi. Just destroy the goblet cell. Yeah, these nice long villi. Just destroyed more goblet cells. And look, there's even a lacteal in the middle of that one. You don't have to label the lacteal. Ooh, another lacteal. but it has very long villi. This is where most of the absorption occurs. You have some crypts down here, and then this is the submucosa. There's probably a blood vessel right there. I have to zoom in to see what it is. That's definitely a blood vessel. There's some nerves. It's a boring submucosa. So we have our mucosal layer with our villi, which I want you to label submucosa. Guess what's next? Circular muscularis, longitudinal muscularis, and that's the serous layer right there. It's not a very big one. Now what I want you to do is zoom in enough to see a goblet cell. So here's our jejunum slide with our very boring mucosal layer. Just zoom in until you see the goblet cells. So these are beautiful goblet cells. So I'd rather you zoom in and see what a goblet cell actually looks like. I have a thing for them. And get just the villi and the submucosal. I think we memorized by now circular muscularis, longitudinal muscularis. So this is our ileum slide. It still has villi. They're shorter and stubbier. You're not getting much absorption of carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins here. You're getting some mineral absorption still. So it does have villi. And we have these awesome structures called Peyer's patches. So this is what the Peyer's patch looks like on the histology slide for the small intestine. Now we have, guess what? Circular, longitudinal, serosa. But I really only care about the shorter, stubbier villi and the Peyer's patches. Now here's the problem. On this view, there's my submucosa. Yes, circular muscularis mucosa. But I can't see the Peyer's patches. So I click on that. It's going to zoom in on a Peyer's patch. Yeah, I can see it. There is a Peyer's patch. It's not a great Peyer's patch. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit on it. And there is my Peyer's patch. Again, it's not as obvious as the ones we've been looking at. And label it, I like Peyer's patches. So if you want a challenge now, you can actually go to the back to the digestive histology slide on it. And you would click on the 3 layers of the intestines, and you get to try to figure them out. Well, this one right here, I have lots of duodenal glands. That's the duodenum. And when I clicked on this, this is right at the juncture to the jejunum, so that's why it has villi. But usually lots of duodenal glands, and you won't see villi. Here I have very prominent villi. Then in our ileum, our ileum, we don't really see prominent villi, and we should see Peyer's patches. Those are some nicer Peyer's patches right there, what we saw in our lymphatic lab. So we're going to look at the liver. And what I care about is we have these portal triads in the corners here, and then a central thing there. So I can zoom in on it. I can see the portal triad better. We're not going to worry about the 3 parts of the portal triad. I spend 20 minutes trying to figure out what the parts are. That would be the hepatic portal vein. That would probably be the hepatic artery right there, which by process of elimination, that's probably the bile duct. But I care more. We have these hexagon-like structures, central vein, portal triad there. Now, as a joke, I put colon. Please don't do the colon. It was because I kept cutting and pasting mucosal, submucosal, circular muscularis, longitudinal muscularis, serosa. I've never made students look at the colon. It's a very boring histology slide. So, that is what I want for histology.